Sister Wives moment Robyn's COVID rules were conceived. Clip. Sister Wives has shown how the pandemic created a perfect scenario to unravel the family. But many fans have a difficult time pinpointing when the rules were truly devised. However, one fan connects the first moment that Robyn Brown's COVID rules were conceived during a review of earlier seasons. Sister Wives' COVID-19 rules made the favoritism clear. Many Sister Wives fans know that COVID-19 was a very touchy subject in the Brown family. In many ways, it created tension that had been kept at bay up until that point. However, when Kody Brown put his foot down and refused to bend on the rules during the pandemic, it caused minor rifts to become canyons, especially with Kody, Garrison, and Gabe Brown. The changes made the existing favoritism very pronounced. Likewise, Cristin Brown discussed in season 19 that Robyn had been plotting the takeover for years. But check out the clip of when the rules were conceived by Kody and Robyn, which made for an eye-opening event for Meri, Janelle, and Cristin Brown. Sister Wives shows the moment of conception for Robyn Brown's COVID rules. If Sister Wives fans had any question that Robyn Brown was behind the COVID-19 family rules, one Facebook video made it crystal clear. During the clip, Robyn and Kody talk about what COVID means for them. But the user overlays text, rewatching, and here is the moment the Robyn COVID rules were born. Furthermore, they reflect on how easy it was to miss it when fans were watching it at first, not knowing what was to come for the Brown family. The video is from Season 15, Episode 7 of Brianna Brown's Sweet 16th Birthday. As they discuss all the family birthdays approaching, Robyn inserts her say on how the family will proceed with keeping everyone healthy. Then, Kody Brown begins to explain why they can't see the rest of the family, because there's a tendency for colds and flu. But Robyn quickly interrupts to tell what Kody really meant to say. She speaks over him and clarifies, "You know why, because you'd be seeing less of your family if there was a case, all of a sudden." Janelle was already quarantining her family, and everyone thought it would all blow over in a couple of weeks. The director puts Kody Brown on the spot, asking if the family has discussed what they will do if someone in the family gets sick. Admittedly, it hadn't crossed Kody's mind. In the confessional, he says, "This is the first time it's ever even come up, even in my mind." Likewise, he says that if Robyn was to get sick, his first reaction would be he needs to be next to her, nursing her back to health and caring for Solomon and Ariella Brown. Additionally, he asserts, "If you're sick and have to be taken care of, I'm going to come and do it." Furthermore, he said that went for any of his wives. However, Janelle, Meri, and Cristin Brown knew he wouldn't be there for them. Sister Wives highlights how different the wives thought about the situation. When Janelle Brown discussed if she was sick, she would expect Kody Brown to keep his distance. Seemingly, she didn't want to put him at risk. Likewise, her children shouldn't be in the position of two parents risking the unknown. Furthermore, her adult children could care for themselves, but she still wanted Kody whole and well in case they needed something. But the rules became the catalyst for her leaving Kody, because she will always choose the kids. Likewise, Cristin Brown Woolley said, "No way," when the Sister Wives producers suggested Kody Brown would come help her if she was sick. Instead, she knew they would hunker down. Sadly, Meri Brown just laughed at the idea of Kody coming to her house. She said, "Nobody comes over here anyway." Then disagreed Kody wouldn't show up for her. But Sister Wives shows that Robyn dials up the fear factor. She knows it would be best for him to stay away if someone was sick. However, she isn't going to tell Kody he can't spend the final dying days with someone. Making it more extreme put her in the perfect position to manipulate Kody as it played out. Furthermore, the nanny had a different set of rules. The air was heavy in Flagstaff as the Sister Wives family gathered in the cul-de-sac. The pandemic loomed over them like an unrelenting storm cloud, and the tension between the adults was palpable. Robyn Brown stood at the center of the gathering, her face a mixture of concern and determination, as she prepared to unveil the COVID-19 protocols that would soon define their lives. For Robyn, this moment wasn't just about safety, it was about preserving what was left of their fragile family unit. It all started weeks earlier when Robyn sat at her kitchen table, a spread of papers before her. Guidelines from the CDC were highlighted, printouts from online forums were annotated, and there were even scribbled notes from late-night conversations with Kody. Her youngest children were playing in the background, their laughter a stark contrast to her furrowed brow. Cody had been vocal about his concerns for the family's safety, but had left much of the decision-making to Robyn. "You're the one with the youngest kids," he had said during a late-night conversation. "You have the most to lose if we get this wrong." It was a statement that simultaneously empowered and burdened her. She knew that any misstep could lead to devastating consequences, not just for her children, but for the entire family. As she pored over the materials, Robyn's mind raced. She thought about Cristin's independent streak, Janelle's practical nature, and Mary's recent detachment. They were a family on paper, but in practice, they were fragments of what they used to be. If there was ever a time to bring them together under one set of rules, it was now. But how could she ensure compliance without further alienating the other wives? The answer, she decided, was clarity and structure. The rules had to be as comprehensive as possible, leaving no room for misinterpretation. "This isn't about controlling anyone," she murmured to herself as she jotted down a preliminary list. "It's about protecting everyone." The final version of the rules covered everything from mask wearing and social distancing to strict limits on outside contact. There were guidelines for grocery shopping, visits with friends, and even how to handle mail and packages. It was exhaustive to the point of being overwhelming, but Robyn believed it was necessary. When she presented the list to Cody, his initial reaction was a mixture of admiration and trepidation. "This is thorough," he said, scanning the pages, "but you know this is going to be a hard sell, right?" Robyn nodded. "I know, but we've been through hard things before. We can get through this too." And so, the day of the family meeting arrived. The wives and older children assembled outside, keeping a cautious distance from one another. Cody stood next to Robyn, his arms crossed as he watched his family settle into place. Cristin and Janelle shared a glance, their expressions a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. Mary lingered on the edge of the group, her face unreadable. Robyn took a deep breath and began. "Thank you all for coming. I know these are uncertain times, and we all have different opinions about how to handle things. But after doing a lot of research and talking with Cody, I've come up with a set of guidelines that I think will help keep us safe." She handed out copies of the list, the pages rustling as they passed from hand to hand. There was a beat of silence as everyone scanned the document, their eyes widening at the sheer volume of rules. Cristin was the first to speak. "This is a lot," she said, her tone measured. "I mean, I understand the need to be careful, but some of this feels excessive." Janelle nodded in agreement. "I'm not saying we shouldn't be cautious, but how are we supposed to manage all of this, especially with the kids?"